This video is best viewed on a stereoscopic 3D monitor or with YouTube's cardboard viewing option. Welcome to Stereo 3D Productions. Now, Beat Saber. I know, I'm late. I'm not just late, I'm really late. So late that almost everyone has left the party, and the hype is almost completely gone. But here's the thing. When Beat Saber launched, I took a look at what kind of game it was going to be, and I figured, this is not going to be my kind of thing. I don't only tend to be bad at rhythm games, but I don't tend to particularly like them at all. Some people that know me well would go, hey, but don't you play drums? Isn't rhythm your thing? Well, here's the thing with playing an instrument. There's a lot of feeling that goes into it, along with a bit of technique. Whereas with a rhythm game, it would be the opposite. It would be majority of technique and then a little bit of feeling. It's very hard for someone to play an instrument based on just technique and no feeling at all. And it's the same thing with a rhythm game. It's very hard to play a rhythm game with feeling and almost no technique. So kind of a conflict there for me. Over the following months, I did finally acquire the game. And I played it on and off, and I gotta say, it's been growing on me more and more, and it speaks volumes when you have someone like me who's not crazy about rhythm games enjoying something like this. So Beat Saber has sort of done a number on me, and I finally decided it's really time I do a video on this. Now, today's video is going to be shot a little differently than my usual video with the stereoscopic perspective, the 3D format and the 2D format. Yes, there will be a 3D format, but a lot of that 3D format will actually be in 2D. That is because I used a plugin to capture some game footage in third-person view. I thought that was really cool and helps give an all-around view of what Beat Saber really is. I'm going to combine that with some shots that are in first-person view so you can really get an all-around idea. So let's get ready. I'm going to start up the game and start recording that. Beat Saber, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm going to make a quick note on my choice of using the Oculus Rift to make this video and play Beat Saber. Not that this doesn't run well with the HTC Vive. It runs absolutely fine, will work the way you want it. The problem with the HTC Vive is the placement of the menu buttons on the controllers. I have had the tendency of hitting those accidentally a lot while playing this game, and what that does is actually brings up the Steam VR dashboard and pauses your game. And if you're trying to go, if you're like in the zone trying to go for a high score, it will seriously mess you up. It was happening really often with the Vive. I'm not saying that this never happens with the Oculus Rift kit, but it happens so much less often that it's just a lot more enjoyable with these controllers. So I'm going to go ahead and make the video with this kit. Now, on Beat Saber and the basics. What is Beat Saber? Well, it's a rhythm game, like I said. Now, there's going to be a song playing, and there will be blocks coming at me to the rhythm of the song. And as it says in the how to play instructions, you cut in the arrow direction and match the color. So the blue blocks with the right hand and the red blocks with the left hand. You avoid obstacles with your head, so there's going to be big rectangular watery red obstacles coming at me. I have to just make sure my head is not in those ever. And also, do not cut the bombs. So you can actually have your head go through the bombs, but you cannot cut them with your swords. So that is the entire basics of it. So I'm going to take my solo mode, I'm going to pick standard. You can actually have a mode where there are no arrows on the blocks, so it doesn't matter which direction you hit them in. And there's also a one saber mode where you only have one sword. But let's go standard, let's go for the OG edition. I'm going to pick a song here, any song. And you get a little preview when you pick your song, you got a bunch of difficulties. I'm going to start on easy, mostly so I can actually pursue my commentary without freaking out trying to hit the blocks on time. So let's go ahead and play this. Country rounds. And you're going to see the basics that I've just explained. So, blue sword, blue blocks, red sword, red blocks. It's pretty simple. You got your direction arrows, so you want to hit in the direction that the arrows are showing, and you don't want to put your head in those blocks that are showing up. I doubt there's going to be bombs on easy. I've rarely actually seen bombs on easy. So, first thing you're going to notice if you ever play this game, you want to play it on easy at first. It's going to give you a chance to get acquainted with the mechanics, and also just to enjoy yourself a little bit, because it can get really difficult on, even on normal. If you're a beginner at this game on normal, it can actually be really tough. So, start off like this, and you'll find yourself sort of jamming to whatever music's playing, just enjoying yourself in general. So that is pretty cool. I've actually never done this song before, so I'm actually having fun here. So this game actually basically captivated me. I'm not much for like Guitar Hero, I don't like Rock Band, but this ended up totally surprising me. I enjoyed it every time I launched it. In fact, I got quite overzealous sometimes, trying to get a perfect score. I was like, God damn, I missed, and I would basically restart the entire song, just trying to do it again, but not miss a single note. So, I'm really surprised, because I'm one to have found that overuse of motion controllers can get really gimmicky, and when I first saw footage of this game, I'm like, shit, this is like full-out gimmick motion controls. I'll admit, I was dead wrong. Absolutely dead wrong. This is just cool. And my main gripe with this was that it's like taking a few of the things that I think I won't like with motion controls, which is both overusing them, like physical interaction, and also melee. But no, like, I couldn't be more wrong. The feel you get when you play this game, you'll start wanting to not only get a perfect score, but you'll start wanting to do it in style. You'll swing the sabers a lot more than you're supposed to, just to put some spice on your gameplay. And that's what I've been finding myself doing. I actually managed to get better at this game and inch my way towards playing on hard. So I do believe I got a perfect score here, yeah. Only a rank of B. I do believe it checks the timing at which you hit the blocks, and even though you do successfully cut the blocks, there's a variable score for at which moment you hit them. So in that respect, it's a lot like Guitar Hero. And honestly, like I said earlier, Guitar Hero is not something I enjoy playing at all. I actually quite divinely suck at it, but this, I mean, unlike Guitar Hero, what happened here is I divinely sucked when I first started playing, and I actually started getting better, something that I cannot say for Guitar Hero. So there's a couple of other things I want to demonstrate before I just give you some all-out gameplay footage and show you the cool third-person view. And I'm gonna pick something here. I have a bunch of custom songs. I'll talk about the custom songs later. I'll pick something that I don't know. Actually, no. Let's pick Country Rounds that I just played and put it on Expert. My recommendation, like I said earlier, to anyone who's a beginner at this, is to play on easy a little bit, just to get a hang of things. And it'll take a while before you can play on Expert, if you can ever play on Expert at all. I'm about to show you why. This shit gets real. Just to give you an idea, 151 notes is what I played this song at. The Expert mode has 544. They get really carried away, and it is extremely difficult. The best I've been able to do is a couple of perfect scores on hard with some of these songs, but Expert, no, forget it. Watch this. And you'll also see the spike between the easy mode and the Expert mode. Oh yeah, you think, oh yeah, I got this, right? I got this, right? Oh! What the fuck is this? I have no idea how I'm hitting these things, man. Holy crap. And I got fired. This was very much expected. I think there's only one song that I can finish on Expert, and I think it's in the custom songs. Expert is extremely difficult. It's called Expert for a reason. You could say I have a certain degree of expertise in virtual reality. I most definitely do not in rhythm games. So, you just saw one of the other features of the game. You get fired if you're doing too bad for too long. It just stops the song and goes, get out of here, buddy, get out. Now, there is a mode where you can turn on no fail and actually try to complete the song for practice purposes, but your score will not be counted, obviously. Alright, I'm going to play $100 bills on hard to give you an idea of what this game looks like when you get down to business in first-person view. Then I'm going to go over the plugins, which are all community made and can achieve a whole bunch of really cool things with this game, such as custom songs, custom avatars, custom sabers, and the third-person view in your game window. Then I'm actually going to go ahead and show you some third-person footage so you can really get an all-around idea of what Beat Saber looks like. So here we go, $100 bills on hard. Wish me luck. I had to wreck it at the end. I had to wreck it. Why I just hit 4 notes. 4 notes away from perfection. It's hard. When you go on hard, it gets hard to get perfect score. And when you go on expert, it gets hard not to get fired from the game in the first place. Now, in the description of this video, I'm going to put a bunch of links. One of them is actually going to be the plugins updater for Beat Saber, which that in itself is community made. Now, what that plugin updater will do is it will be able to not only update plugins for Beat Saber, but actually first install them. So from there, you'll be able to get, if I'm not mistaken, custom avatars, custom sabers, custom songs, and a whole bunch of other cool jazz to put in your Beat Saber. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll down here and show you that I myself have a ton, and I mean a ton, of really cool custom songs in my library. And you can actually get more. In fact, they've made a plugin, which I don't have installed right now, where you can actually go ahead and browse an online library of custom songs and install them in your Beat Saber automatically. Not too sure if the CustomAvatars does it the same way. I do have that one installed. What I did is I actually downloaded the avatars and put them in my Beat Saber myself. So what I'm going to do also in the description of this video is I'm going to give you a link to places where you can get custom songs, custom avatars, custom sabers, and I'll put them into your Beat Saber folder. I'll show you where that's supposed to go. So you'll be able to do that as well if you obtain a copy of this wonderful game. And I'm just going to very quickly demonstrate a custom song, one that is quite difficult actually, but sounds amazing and probably won't get me any copyright strike or claim on this video. So let's go. Gerudo Valley Metal. Let's give it a shot on hard, just so you get an idea of custom songs. Had to get fooled by the block switches at the end where you have to cross-hand hit. CustomSongs plugin, fully demonstrated here by playing Gerudo Valley Metal. We're about to do two birds, one stone. I'm going to show you the third-person view plugin, which shows an outside camera in your game window. And at the same time, you're going to see that I'm using a custom avatar. So it's not just a pair of sabers floating in nothingness, an actual body model there. And those can actually be changed. I'm using one of the default ones, one that comes with the plugin, which is like that neon robot. But you can actually get a whole bunch of those. They have a Discord where you can go ahead and download a bunch of community-made avatars. They're really cool. There's also some community-made sabers. So let's go take a look at this. Hope you're enjoying so far. Third-person view action of Beat Saber. Oh, hi. Welcome to my virtual reality universe in third-person view. Before I go ahead and demonstrate some Beat Saber gameplay using this awesome third-person view camera plugin, I do want to show you how it works, at least from my perspective. So I'm going to go ahead and switch to first-person view right now to show you what I'm seeing in the game world. First off, I see the camera as a sort of glowing rectangle right here, and to the right there's a panel screen that shows me a preview of what the camera's looking at, so I can get a better idea of where I want to place the camera. So how do I place the camera, you wonder? Well, I stick my hand towards it and I press my trigger and grip buttons. I can go ahead and grab it and just drag it around in the VR space like so. Now you might be wondering, could I use this to do a green screen setup where I place this where my real camera is and sort of overlay myself onto the gameplay? Well, you're going to find out that mixed reality is a lot more complicated than doing just that, and there are software that are specialized at doing just this. But this wouldn't be one of them. Maybe you'd be able to achieve something that's kind of like makeshift mixed reality, but it's not quite good enough for that perfect looking mixed reality setup. In fact, I encourage you to look into mixed reality software if you're interested in doing that, but it is very complicated to the point where I will not elaborate in this video because it would take a very long time. However, when it comes to a simplistic third-person view, if you stream, if you record videos, and you want to give your viewers a different perspective on your gameplay, one that's much more viewer-friendly, in my opinion, well, this plugin is perfect for it. It's simple to use. You won't have to struggle with camera angles or anything like that. You just place the camera where you want. It gives that nice outside perspective on your gameplay, and your viewers can enjoy a different point of view. So that's it for how it works. We're going to go ahead and jump into some gameplay using this awesome plugin. I'm gonna try making my outro while playing the song on hard. At least I know this song, so it might be easier. So in the end, Beat Saber, great game. Small complaint, and this has to do with the plugins. Sometimes you'll find that the community-made songs don't have that good of a rhythm to them. I find that some of the notes may be a little bit offbeat compared to the songs that are built into the game. But as far as the game itself goes, even the community songs, everything is really fun to play. And I mean, at first you're gonna try, you're gonna fail, but then you're gonna find yourself wanting to go back into the game. And another thing that's really captivated me with Beat Saber is I tend to really just enjoy listening to the music as I'm going through these levels. It's really, really cool to sort of jam away to the songs. You reach a point where it feels less difficult to you, and you start jamming out while you're playing Beat Saber, like I am doing right now. And you're gonna start doing things in style. You're gonna start having a smile on your face, sometimes a frown because you miss a note that's really obvious and you want to restart and try to go for that perfect score. But I'm really impressed with this. I think the devs had a brilliant idea in the end, and I admit that I was completely wrong in my assumption that this game might be a little gimmicky. It most definitely is not. It's something you want in your VR library. If you use your kit a lot, this is something you should not look over. Most definitely get a copy. Take a look at all those wonderful community-made plugins, because there's a lot, and you have hours to spend in this game. So that's it, folks. Thanks for watching Stereo 3D Productions and this video on Beat Saber. I'll see you next time.